Good morning. Good morning. It's finally the day of the challenge. This seems to have taken such a long time to kind of get here. Um, so I'm just going to do an at everyone to kind of let everybody know that we are here live. So just bear with me a second. Um, hopefully that's hopefully that's working. I've been having some major problems with my internet connection, so I hope that this is going to stay stable and I'm not just going to disappear. But if I do, I'll record this and put it back up again. Um, so do not worry. So I'm just gonna pull my slides up. Um, so yeah, day one of busting menopause, weight loss myths, wine, chocolate, and more. Find out the truth. So I hope there's going to be a lot of good information today for you. That's going to maybe be something that you didn't know. Might be an idea to get a pen and pencil. There's going to be a lot in here. So let's just go through a bit of housekeeping first, I think. Who am I? I'm Helen Aldous, aka the Menopause Magician. I help midlife women to lose weight, belly inches, and menopause symptoms, and regain energy and joy without giving up wine. So maybe that gives you a clue about the rest of the presentation. Um, so this was me, age 47. I've been there. I've been exactly where you are. I went suddenly into menopause. I had cancer, and the cancer treatment just whacked me straight into menopause. Um, and I suddenly had all this kind of hormonal craziness, and I had to kind of figure out what to do about it. So this was me at 47, and this is me now at 53 in just much better shape than I've been in my entire life, really, to be honest. Um, so housekeeping. I'm using StreamYard to stream, and if you comment, I can't see your name. So if you do want to comment, there should be a link below that you can kind of click, and that'll enable you to be able to kind of see seen. So if you're watching this now, like and comment below. Really helps the algorithm. More women get to see this information. If you're watching it on the replay, just comment hashtag replay in the comments, and then I just know who's seen it. That's really helpful. There's going to be a worksheet at the end. So stick to the end to get the worksheet. And also, if you feel comfortable with what you've written in the worksheet, I will create a thread. So maybe just pop your worksheet in the thread, and then we can kind of have a discussion about it. So that's the way this is going to work over the 3 days. So, right, why is busting menopause weight loss myths important? Because there are so many myths around what you've got to do and what you've not got to do to lose weight in menopause. It's really important because I think it's important to show you that you can lose weight in menopause. Don't give up. It's not something that you can't do. I think sometimes people feel like, literally, there's nothing I can do to kind of change things here, and that is not the case. So, please don't feel like that. But sometimes it feels like your old weight loss methods don't work anymore. So, what we're going to do is cut through all the disinformation that stops you losing weight, and we're going to give you a few new tactics and ideas for losing weight and feeling better going forward. Because this is like the real crux of the matter. Menopausal belly fat is not just a cosmetic problem. There's all kinds of, very deep research that links having menopausal belly fat with, breast cancer, risk of different cancers, risk of stroke and heart disease and Alzheimer's. So it's not just about sorting this out from a cosmetic point of view. It's really important to kind of get on top of this now, because the reason that this is a topic close to my heart, this is me and my mum when I was little. My mum massively struggled with weight gain, and it really kind of got a lot worse at menopause, and she ended up with a lot of the diseases of obesity, and ended up she died from breast cancer. So this is kind of why this is my mission, to get this information out, because it's so important to kind of look after your health now. Because I see, like, menopause is the health crossroads, basically. This is the point where you can choose what the next 20, 30, 40 years of your life is going to look like, what your retirement is going to look like. Are you going to have health and a vibrant life so you can go out and enjoy your retirement and, travel and do all the things you want to do. Or, there's the possibility of illness as well. So this is the crossroads. So it's really important to kind of, do something now. And Christmas is coming, 56 days. So I wanted to come on now and give you some inspiration for just getting into a good health state before Christmas so you can start 2024 just feeling, more like your old self again and just feeling better in yourself. So let's get into this. Myth number one, this is probably the biggest myth around menopause and weight loss. And it's eat less and exercise more. So simple. It'd be so simple if that was the case. So maybe you've gone to the doctor, and maybe you've just gone, oh, I'm not feeling great and I'm putting on weight, and they go, well, just eat less and exercise more. I mean, comment, has that happened to you? Has somebody said this to you? Um, and the issue is a lot of the weight loss and fitness advice that we're given is from, young, fit, 20 odd year old fitness trainers. And they're like, oh, well, you just need to have a calorie deficit. You just need to eat less and exercise more. Um, if only that were that simple, because this is the reality. It's not that simple for women around menopause. We have just crazy hormones thrown into the mix. So it's not a case of, oh, just eat less and you'll lose weight. It just doesn't work like that. You do have to have a calorie deficit, but you can't just starve yourself and because the hormones have a massive influence. So, and you probably know this. If you eat too little, if you try to kind of cut calories and do just eat 700 calories a day, your body goes into survival mode. It thinks, oh, there's no food around. We're in a starvation situation. So it slows your metabolism down and it becomes a vicious circle because your metabolism is slower. So you need less food and it knocks your hormones out and everything just goes out of whack. And, often as women, we've often habitually eaten too little, like our entire lives, diet culture. And, I was kind of growing up in the 80s and 90s, and it was all about kind of counting calories in a little book and, eating as few calories as possible. And it just doesn't work. It doesn't work to lose weight, and it puts you into starvation mode. So, yeah, and this is what happens. If you eat too little, it can cause, inability to focus. It makes you crave carbs and sugars because you're not getting enough food. And it can mess up your, cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And that makes your body conserve energy by lowering your thyroid levels, and that leads to weight gain and fatigue and hair loss. And so it just throws everything out. You can't just eat too little. So what do you do instead? What do you do instead? What is the best way to lose weight and feel better at menopause if you can't just starve yourself? So it's really important to approach this from the roots. You've got to go back to the roots and the root causes behind menopause weight gain. So this is what I call the menopause switch, because often you get to perimenopause and you find that everything changes. I don't know, comment if you found this. Suddenly you get to 45, 48, and you used to be able to eat what you wanted, and then all of a sudden you're just putting on weight and nothing's changed, and you're like, what happened? And this is the menopause switch has flipped, because basically estrogen is an anti-inflammatory, and your estrogen starts to go down, and the falling estrogen, it puts you into a chronic inflammatory state. So your body is just not working in the same way it does, and that's what I call the menopause switch. And you'll find that inflammation symptoms include all these old favorites like joint pain, stomach issues, brain fog, belly fat, gut issues, fatigue. I mean, are they familiar? Are they, what we a lot of the things that we struggle with at menopause? So there's a massive crossover between inflammation and menopause symptoms. So this is what I call the menopause trio, and this is what is behind, a lot of your symptoms and your weight gain and issues at menopause. And basically, it's chronic inflammation. It's a trio of these things that all work together: chronic inflammation, unbalanced hormones, and a struggling metabolism. And all these things have a knock-on effect on each other. So, unbalanced hormones create chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation creates unbalanced hormones. They're all kind of going round in a big, crazy mess. So, what we need to do is work to untangle this and to kind of heal each of these parts of the triangle of the menopause trio. So, the answer, um, basically, nourishing food. You've got to just look after your body and nourish it. A nourishing lifestyle and gentle movement. So we'll go through just each of these in turn. None of it is about kind of punishing your body and trying to starve it into submission or anything like that. It's all about being gentle with it, and it's like a softly approach to kind of to kind of help heal your body. So nourishing food. This is the basis of what we need, and basically, in order to get rid of that inflammation, we need to eat lots of anti-inflammatory foods. And there's some here, salmon, olive oil, berries. Um, we need to remove the inflammatory foods that are just aggravating our system, and we need to nourish the body with good quality protein. That's the basis of what you need to be looking into at menopause is just good quality protein. Um, and if you give your body the nourishment it needs, you get much fewer cravings. You're trying to go, we need more food, we need more this, we need more that. If you give it what it needs, then that's on top of craving. So we need to optimize levels. Huge, I can't even speak. Impact on hormones. What it's like as a woman in life, we have so much pressure on us, pressure at work. We might elderly parents, we're looking for kids, and we're often right at the bottom of the pyramid of everybody else and often we put ourselves last. If you really relate to that, often we're like lost in line and actually need to focus on ourselves a little bit, because if you can improve sleep and stress levels, that is a massive step towards healing and helping your hormones to rebalance. It's very important. You can't just do the food side of it. You have to do all of this. It all works together. And not exercising to a crisp. Again, it's more. Sometimes I think, I just the gym needs to go do this. It's not about that. It's not about kind of to your body into submission with that. It's low level exercise and control movement is what we need. You don't need to go crazy at the gym. We're going to talk about this tomorrow, about the best exercise for women at midlife. So we'll go into some more detail about this. But just for now, just know it's not just spending your entire life at the gym. So it's about getting back in balance. And if you do all these things, you can get your hormones back in balance, you reduce your systemic inflammation, and you optimize your metabolism. And all these things in balance equals weight loss and feeling better. So it's about approaching everything. It's a whole picture thing. And that will help you to reset the menopause switch that we were talking about. So, and nurturing your body with the nourishment it needs, rather than trying to kind of starve into submission with low calorie punishment. This is what leads to weight loss without starving and without cravings, and without having to kind of count calories or macros or anything like that as well. Again, we'll talk more about this tomorrow. So what is the first step of starting to nurture your body? Often as women, by the time we get to midlife, we often really hate our body. We don't, we almost punish it. Often we've kind of fallen out of love with it, and it's so much easier to look after it if you like it, you care of what you put in it and how you treat it. So it's really important that you start back in love with your body, because you'll get better results. Do you remember when you were a child? You didn't have any self-consciousness about your body. You just enjoyed it. You were dancing around, enjoying kind of living in this amazing body. But you get to 13, 14, you start to become self-conscious. Um, and you know, you start to not be on the same page as your body. So it's really important to kind of get back in touch with it. So today's worksheet is fall back in love with your body. Um, so you can find this in the guide section down below. If you signed up, but you can print it out or just write it in your journal or whatever. And it's basically, are you tired of feeling at war with your body? Time to make you fall back in love. The amazing that carries you through. This worksheet will guide you simple yet powerful exercises to help you appreciate your body and nurture it with kindness and love. So it's just 3 little exercises, and it'll only take you 5 minutes, but it's well worth doing. First one, list 5 parts of your body that you love. I mean, there's probably, even if you don't feel very connected with your body at the moment, there's probably, you know, something about it that you like. So let's find the things that you do really love about it. List 5 amazing things that your body has done. So it could be recovering from an injury, it could be going through childbirth. Just, you know, think about how it's looked after you in the past and list those down. And then list 5 things about your body that you're grateful for. So it could be the fact that you've got, you know, strong legs, or, you know, just it's basically all about just examining your relationship with your body and trying to get back on the same page as it, because it's so important to how you look after it. So do that. If you feel comfortable too, it'd be really great if you kind of post it. I will make a thread that we can kind of post things in. But I know this might bring up some really personal things for you. So, you know, if you don't want to post it in the group, that's absolutely fine. Just, you know, just do it in your journal and do it for yourself. And that's really just really important to kind of get back in touch with, you know, with your body, because your body is an amazing thing. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. I really, really appreciate the fact that you've been here. That's fabulous. And if you're watching on the replay, totally really appreciate that as well, because I know it's a weird time for a lot of people. So please join me for day 2 tomorrow, which will be the same time, GMT. So we're going to be about exercise and weight loss and all that side of it tomorrow. And there's an exciting announcement that I want to make as well. So that's all going to be happening tomorrow. I'll be back here. I'll make another live so that you can kind of got all the details of that. And hope to see you tomorrow. All right. Thank you for joining me very much. Take care.